As war rages on in Ukraine, a history class at Sparkman High School is watching history being made as it happens.
WAAY 31's Matt Kroschel visited that classroom and learned how those teens and their teacher are trying to make sense of the rapidly developing situation.
While the images of war are hard to take in, this class using the real-world crisis to learn better and understand where it fits into the long history of turmoil and conflict in Eastern Europe.
Why is Putin wanting to invade Ukraine? Like, what is his reasoning? Well, first we got to look at it on a map.
Mr. Dolan leads his current events history class through an exercise in critical thinking.
This is going to be dealing with oil pipelines and also gas pipelines that come from Russia into modern-day Europe, okay? That plays a part in all this.
A class full of young people who view the events unfolding and already understand the significance.
I didn't really think that when I signed up for this class, something like this would end up happening. I didn't think that there was going to be an invasion.
I thought something like this wouldn't happen for a very long time.
But pulling context through the fog of war isn't easy.
You know, this contention that's going on between Putin and the East and NATO and Western Europe and America and the West, okay?
A history class learning about very serious and life-changing events as they happen.
It's absolutely horrible. I watch the news usually around 7 o'clock every night, and just looking at what the people are having to go through right now, I would never want to have to go through something like what they're going through right now. It's horrible to look at.
Because they actually feel that it actually impacts them. They see it on social media, they see it on the news, and they finally kind of question, like, where's my part in the world? Also, how can this affect me?
I'm worried that it might become like a nuclear war soon or later.
What are the consequences of like them doing what they're doing right now?
And while this teacher can guide his students to some answers, most are hard to come by.
How does that affect your day-to-day life? Think about gasoline. Think about cost of goods.
Only time will tell how history will remember this war. Sitting in that classroom, a young ROTC cadet, and the students telling me they do worry what this could mean for future generations as tensions mount. In the studio, Matt Kroschel, WAAY 31 News.
Coming up on WAAY 31 News at 6, we take you into yet another classroom, this one at Austin High School in Decatur. Those students equally focused on the conflict in Ukraine.